Level 1, the courier. Your introduction to the cartel doesn't feel dramatic. There's no secret ceremony, no mysterious initiation. Just a phone call from someone you trust, a cousin, a childhood friend, someone who says they know a way for you to make real money. Not the kind of money you earn working long days for small pay. The kind of money that solves problems. Debt disappears. Rent becomes easy. Your family stops worrying. You meet a man in a quiet parking lot just after midnight. He doesn't tell you his name. He hands you a set of car keys and gives you an address 3 hours away. Drive carefully, he says. Don't attract attention. That's it. The car looks completely normal. An old sedan, faded paint. Nothing special. But you know what's hidden inside. Somewhere in the doors, the seats, maybe the trunk. Packages wrapped tight in plastic. You don't ask what they are. Cocaine, meth, heroin. It doesn't matter. Your job isn't to know. Your job is to drive. Every mile feels longer than it should. You check your mirrors constantly. Every police car feels like it's following you. You rehearse answers in your head. Where you're going, why you're traveling, who the car belongs to. If you make it to the destination without problems, you get paid. Cash. More money than you've ever earned in a week, sometimes in a month. If something goes wrong, you already know the rule. The cartel doesn't forgive mistakes. But you make the delivery, then another, and another. Soon, someone higher up starts noticing something important about you. You don't panic, you don't talk, and most importantly, you deliver. That's when they move you up. Level 2, the street dealer. Now you're not just moving the product, you're selling it. Your territory is small at first, a few blocks, maybe a nightclub, maybe a neighborhood where the police don't patrol too often. The cartel supplies you every week, small packages, carefully measured, ready to sell. At first, the money feels unreal, hundreds of dollars every night, then thousands. You start learning the real rules of the street. Not every customer is safe. Some people ask too many questions. Some people try to negotiate. Some people might secretly be working with police. You learn how to read faces. You learn how to notice when someone's acting nervous. You learn when to walk away. Because in this business, survival depends on instincts.
You also learn something else. You're making money, but the people above you are making far more. You're risking your freedom every night for a few $1,000s. Meanwhile, somewhere higher in the organization, someone is earning millions. And the only way to reach that level is to prove you can handle more responsibility. Eventually, the cartel gives you that chance. Level 3, the distributor. Now you're not selling drugs yourself, you're supplying the people who do. Your apartment becomes something new, a temporary warehouse. Shipments arrive in boxes that look completely ordinary. Inside are dozens, sometimes hundreds, of sealed packages. Your job is organization. You divide the product between street dealers, you collect their payments, you keep track of who owes money and who's falling behind. The numbers start getting serious now. $10,000 moving through your hands every week, sometimes more. You realize the operation is far bigger than you ever imagined. The drugs aren't coming from your city, or even your country. They're arriving from places thousands of miles away, hidden inside cargo shipments, crossing oceans, moving through airports and ports around the world, and you're just one small piece of that chain. But being a reliable piece is exactly how people move up, which leads to the next level, level 4. The enforcer. This is where things become darker. Your job is no longer about selling or organizing. Your job is protection. Protection of territory, protection of shipments, protection of the cartel's reputation. If someone steals product, you deal with it. If a dealer refuses to pay what they owe, you remind them. If a rival gang tries to move into cartel territory, you make sure they understand the consequences. Violence in this world isn't random, it's calculated. One public example can prevent 10 future problems. That's the logic. You travel with armed teams now. You attend meetings with higher-ranking members. You start seeing the real structure of the cartel. It's not chaos, it's organization. Chains of command, clear rules, punishments for breaking them. And the higher you climb, the more dangerous the stakes become. Level 5, the logistics coordinator. Now you're working with international shipments, cargo containers, private planes, fishing boats crossing open water at night. You plan routes that avoid inspections. You work with smugglers who specialize in hiding drugs inside legitimate cargo, banana shipments, coffee exports, electronics. Anything that crosses borders regularly becomes useful. Every shipment you manage is worth millions. One mistake could destroy an entire operation, but if everything goes right, the profits are enormous. So enormous that the cartel now needs something else to survive, a way to hide the money. Which brings you to the next level, level 6, the financial manager. The cartel doesn't just move drugs, it moves money, billions of dollars every year. Your job is making that money look clean. You create businesses that appear legitimate, construction companies, nightclubs, import-export firms. Money flows through bank accounts in multiple countries, thousands of small transactions designed to hide the true source. This is called money laundering, and without it, the cartel couldn't exist because illegal money is worthless if it can't be spent. You now work with lawyers, accountants, bankers, people who appear completely normal from the outside, but they're all part of the same system, the cartel, which leads you to the final level. Final level, the cartel boss. At this level, you almost never see the drugs. You don't attend street meetings. You don't handle shipments. Your job is strategy. You decide where the cartel expands next, which cities, which countries, which markets. You negotiate alliances with other criminal organizations. You manage relationships with corrupt officials. You live in luxury now. Private security, multiple houses, millions in offshore accounts. But power at this level comes with a constant reality. You're surrounded by enemies. Rival cartels want your territory. Governments want your arrest. Even people inside your own organization might want your position. Because in the cartel world, power never lasts forever. Every boss eventually disappears. Some are arrested, some are killed, some are replaced by someone younger, smarter, hungrier. And somewhere right now, a courier is driving down a quiet highway, a car full of hidden packages, hoping to climb the same ladder you once did. Because the cartel doesn't depend on any single person. It depends on the system. And that system never stops.